Hey, this is Jay, and here's a quick peek at Desperado, which is the successor to Outlaw. And this is just a really quick run through to show you the biggest differences between Outlaw and Desperado. Right now it looks pretty much like Outlaw, and here's the regular source file. But most of the files in Desperado aren't meant to be like this. They are meant to be like this. So this is a composer scene file. Here's create scene down here. The will show scene, the did show scene. Here are all of the functions. Everything has its own little spot. So you don't actually have 1,000 lines of code in one file, or however many lines of code. You know, this one's got 14 lines, and this one's got 5 lines, and this one has however many it has. So everything is in its own little spot, although when you launch it, it throws everything together the way that Corona SDK wants it and turns it into a regular Lua file. There are also files like this, which are just kind of plain code files. For example, this is the one that I use for main.lua. Here's a place for libraries or things like that. I can throw some variables in there. I can add functions in here if I want. This one's very simple because all I'm doing basically is doing random seed and then calling the play scene right there. And when I run it, it launches and works just the way that it should. Okay, so that's basically it. One of the things I just added yesterday is the thing that has kept me from letting people to start using this, and that is until yesterday you could not search for anything. Well, you could find things in each one of these little things, but there was no way to search across everything. But I have fixed that. So, for example, we're going to search for bullets, and you can see everything here, and if I click on one of these, it goes to the correct function and highlights that on the screen. And in fact, we can do let's see, set fill color. We get that, but we can also do in selected tab in this entire project or in all open tabs. And so if we do that, you can see that, let me scroll this, we actually get a couple more here, and so you can click on that and it'll open up the correct one and jump you to that or back over to that file. And so now there's an easy way to search for things across all of the different functions and things like that. So that's basically it. I mean, it makes it easy to add a new code file or composer scene file, and you don't have to worry about all of the background stuff with the composer scene files. It already has the events down here, so you can put things in there or not put things in there as you will. And just for the fun of it, let me open up the project files. So the play, there we go. This is it. This was auto-magically generated using Desperado, and it looks just like a normal file, and there are all the functions. And one of the cool things too is these functions are in alphabetical order here, but you don't ever have to worry about calling this function from this function, for example, because all of the functions automatically have forward references. So there you go, just a little look at Desperado, and hopefully there will be a beta version or maybe an alpha version available in the near future.